Hello and welcome to game number 2 for Season 5 of Division 2 of GosuLeague. That's right, we're having a best out of 3 because these two teams are tied. They are tied for the number 1 position in Division 2B, and the winner of this best out of 3 will be joining Division 1. And Division 1 is where you want to be at. You want to be proving yourself against teams like Empire, Navi, Mousesports. Those teams are in Division 1. And one of these two teams is going to join them. And we'll find out which one. We do have WhA Asian 1 game up for this match because they took out Out of Tangoes in game number 1. Where they were able to beat Out of Tangoes' Faceless Void with a lineup that was a lot more aggressive, a lot more mid-game oriented. Even though the lanes didn't really go the way WhA Asian probably were hoping for, they were still able to shut down the Faceless Void enough mid-game to make sure he wasn't that big of an impact anymore. Late game. That's right. Anyway, we're gonna see how they're gonna be trying to go to their Division 1. They're not gonna be doing it by using a Nyx Assassin or a Darkseer or a Undying or a Bounty Hunter, because those are all banned out. The one thing that we notice instantly, of course, apart from Bedrider being picked up, is indeed the Magnus not being banned out. There is the Magnus and the Templar Assassin picked up by WhA Asian. Now, I'm quite surprised that Out of Tangoes decided to go for Bedrider rather than for the Magnus, so they do think that they can take on the Magnus and prefer the Bedrider instead. So this is interesting. I mean, they probably also realized that the Templar Assassin might be picked up by WhA Asian, and the Bedrider is a nice counter against her, so they already have that one complete. I'm just quite curious to see how they're going to be trying to do it, because obviously they are taking their time right now, using they already used some of their bonus time, but they're going to use it again because, I mean, fighting against a Magnus is not easy, obviously. It's actually pretty difficult, as we have been seeing and proven. It has been proven time and time again. They pick up the Rubik and the Windrunner. Now we see the same thing as what we see from last game. Sorry, I'm kind of English is not coming out as fluent as it should be. Anyway. We're seeing the same thing as we see previous game. They kind of didn't really give away that much yet of what they wanted to do, how they were going to do it, until their second picking stage. And apart from the Bedrider, they do the same thing again. They have got the Rubik and they have got the Windrunner once again. Two same heroes that we saw in the previous game. Now both heroes are good, both heroes have their strengths. We see them in a lot of games because they are just good heroes. But they're not really defining heroes, like for example a Magnus would be a Templar Assassin, or Bedrider for that example as well. So we're still kind of curious to see how they're going to be dealing with that Magnus, because we still don't really know that. Of course they can steal the reverse polarity if they're lucky. That's of course something that we're going to be trying out. In the meantime, we've got some bans. We've got the Keeper of Light as well as the Faceless Void being banned out. Both heroes that were actually in Out of Tangoes in the previous game. So WhA Asian, they don't want to be facing those again. We have got the Sven band out as well as a Luna, who we already saw in the previous game as well, doing incredibly well with WhA Asian, not dying for, I don't know, for 40 minutes? Yeah, that was pretty insane. As well, they banned out the Sven, obviously. Sven and Magnus, even though Sven has got a bit of a nerf slightly, but he is still so annoying to deal with combined with that Magnus. And we also see the anti-mage being banned out here. I mean, there's still a lot of heroes that are very good combined with that Magnus, don't get me wrong. Disruptor is one of those. Kinetic Field over the top, Static Storm over the top of that reverse polarity is going to be very successful. Whichever one of those two heroes catches the heroes out first, it's going to be a success with the two of them together. If you put that over the top with the Leshrac Stun, Lightning, Edict, there's a lot of AoE damage going through, and that is going to be painful and very difficult to deal with. And Out of Tangoes, they pick up the Chen, so we're probably going to see a Windrunner off lane, Bedrider mid, a Rubik dual lane, and a Chen in the jungle. But again, we don't really have that hero yet that defines what Out of Tangoes is actually want to be doing, and either it's very clever of them, or I feel like their lineup might not be as strong as WhA Asians. And sorry for this sound, in case you're very thirsty. You know, even more thirsty. Boom. Anyway, they pick up the Chen, so we're gonna have a jungle hero there. That's gonna be something that we as Asian does not have, and by the looks of it, will not have either. I mean, the possibility is still there. We have seen the Shrek solo. We've seen actually every single hero here we have seen at some point, one way or another, solo in that mid lane. Yes, Disruptor also. We have seen Dendi playing Disruptor solo mid at some point, I believe. Yeah. But in theory, we are expecting the Templar Assassin mid, Disruptor and Leshrac together, and maybe the Magnus on the offlane again. I'm quite curious to see if they're gonna do that. Oh, they are. Yeah, they are. We're gonna see a Chaos Knight Leshrac combination. Now, we have seen this a lot of times, of course. I'm still gonna tell you why this is such a nice combination to have, because of course you have got that Chaos Bolt that can be followed up with a Split Earth by Leshrac, which will hit guaranteed. No chance of missing that one. And a lot of damage going through. If you then also have a Disruptor around you, you could even see a safe lane Magnus with an aggressive tri lane for Weization. But that's the recipe for a kill. We've got the Juggernaut picked up by Out of Tangoes, so that's going to be giving a bit more away about what they want to be doing, and it probably will lead to pushing fairly early on. Juggernaut and Chen, two heroes that can do that, and especially if you have that healing ward up there, that could be a possibility. Now, I have to say, if the lanes are as I'm thinking that they're going to be, with a tri lane and a solo lane, you can't really push against that tri lane because it's just, I mean, it's a tri lane. You can't really push against the Magnus because you'll give him more experience earlier on, or maybe earlier on you can do it, but I'm thinking about level 5. Around level 5 is when Chen actually can start pushing a bit faster, otherwise Enchantress would have been better, but you can't really do anything against the Magnus, push against the Magnus that easy either, because if he gets level 6 at some point, which he will, oh, overlays, sorry, he will be able to, ooh, wow, that's not good, I just lost some frames, but I got even again, as in it stopped, so hopefully that wasn't too big of an issue there. Anyway, yeah, he will be able to reverse player to you and start a team fight that you might not be wanting to take. But we will we'll find out how they're actually gonna run this. We see Weization, they have got Pimpalicious playing the Chaos Knight this time. RMC will be playing the Disruptor Atsi on the Leshrac. We're gonna have Quakefat playing the Templar Assassin, and it will be Sexy Bamboo playing the Magnus, so he'll be playing the offlane. Already got a shield, got some regens, they still got 100 gold left. Tango any clarity. So that's gonna be a offlane Magnus, so it's gonna be still very difficult to push against him, I have to say. But he should be fine. We've seen Magnus offlaning before. The only downside to, of course, having a Magnus offlane is that it will take probably a bit longer to have level 6 rather than having in the mid lane, and that's something that a lot of people find well, some say it's a waste, some say it's a waste because there's way more potential for a Magnus to be in the mid lane. I say it's a waste because I want to see more reverse polarities. But the opinion's different. We're gonna see an offlane Magnus, see how that works out. We're gonna have a trial lane for Out of Tangoes. There's gonna be Cedar playing the Juggernaut. He'll be supported by Frigolite on his Rubik once more. We will also see Stefsal. He's gonna be playing the Chen. We're gonna have in the mid lane, it's gonna be Saiso playing the Bed Rider, and on the top lane it's gonna be Floxblox. Again on the Windrunner this time. He is gonna be on the off lane, on the Radiant side rather than the Dire side. Haste Rune up on Bamboo is just running around placing wards. Frigolite did see that though, so he will be able to counter that. Look at that counter ward instantly, nice one. As Bamboo is doing something probably annoying as well, as in that sentry ward actually won't be scouting out this one, and he is just pulling the entire creep wave around past the tower, and is going to be taking care of that there. Oh, he's trying to make sure they come with him. Yeah, they do. There they go. That's one entire creep wave gone. We instantly see Cedar making sure that he doesn't have to last it under the tower. He just wants to pull the creep wave towards these so that the creeps are still even. He should not pull them into tower range though. That's a bit of a shame. Would have been better if he pulled them on or out of wave the tower, just up to the creep wave, because this way the tower is actually gonna push. The lane is gonna push, that is. As in the mid lane, we've got a double lane for Weization. They've got the Chaos Knight together with the Leshrac. And they're gonna go for the telekinesis there from the high ground. Frigo lead. Got him. Leshrak's done. It's on Saiso. They still want to go for him. Here comes Steps out as well. 2 seconds on. We'll make sure that Batrider will not be able to chase that. Oh! Reality Rift to the low ground. That's not something Pimplicious was having in mind. Salve got popped up, but Leshrak is already almost full on HP anyway. Should be fine. If he would have done that up the high ground, that would have been a whole different ball game, by the way. But that was a field gank coming up from Out of Tangoes. But we do have 2 dual lanes. We've got RMC helping out Qualify here on the top lane, and it will be indeed Magnus solo. So 2 dual lanes and a solo lane for WhA Asian. With the mid lane should be going towards them as we have a pause. I mean, normally you see the Batrider up against the Templar Assassin because that combination is so strong. But now that the Templar Assassin is stopped, Batrider all of a sudden is up against 2 heroes that he is gonna be difficult to deal with, and I'm actually gonna be restarting stream to see if it gets fixed. Sorry. Let me see if I can. We're gonna see if this is good, by the way. Seem to have stopped for now. Oh shit that I need to fix that. I'm just sorry. No first blood just yet. I'm just checking constantly to see if this time it actually worked. It looks like it did. In the meantime, I will not talk as much because I'm slightly distracted to look at my side screen to see if that worked. Oh, flux. That's fine. Yeah, seems like it worked, so I'll just continue and hope it doesn't happen again. Sorry for the lag issues. It's I don't know. My internet issues should be fixed, but apparently not. In the meantime, it looks like we might have a first blood on our hand. Flame break still going through. Look at those fire! 7 stacks to double kill. Saiso in the mid lane. That's why you should never let those stacks of sticky napalm go up on there. That is just insane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There we go. Typed it again. In the meantime, might have Sexy Bamboo in some trouble here as well. Tiered 1 tower is going to be dropping here. Last it goes to the Rubik. Bamboo now in a lot of trouble. Or is he? He can still skewer. He's actually just fine. Shockwave still goes through. Might actually turn around and go for something. We know Bamboo. He can be crazy. He's level 5 though. Not yet level 6. I'm not gonna go for it. Too risky. In the meantime, dive on the top lane. Flux. Gonna get locked inside the kinetic field. Dodges the melt damage, but doesn't matter. Still goes down. Here comes Saiso though. Level 6. Doesn't have enough mana yet for a lasso, but doesn't need it to get a kill upon the disruptor. So he has 3 kills up his sleeve right now. So what was that? I'm just checking if the 2 minutes have already passed.
Not for you.
Seems like the internet issues have stopped.
My blade is swifter.
If it starts again, I'll probably have to stop streaming because I don't want to be giving out a shit stream. But then again, I'm the only streamer for this match. It's also a bit sad. We'll find out. So far so good again anyway. So we have got 4 kills for Out of Tangoes, 3 of which are the result of the Batrider. 1 actually the Windrunner going down of course on the bottom lane. And the Magnus died once on the bottom lane as well. He actually just died, I believe. Ooh, wow. 2 seconds down, follow up top of Leshrak, earn a reverse polarity. Wow, they really wanted to kill him off. Yeah, they did. And that was at least the killing spree over. So he is Asian, they make amends. They get their kill back. The other kill was from the Juggernaut, by the way, on the bottom lane. I missed that during the lag. Attacking power shot, quick fat troubles? No? He's fine.
Thanks.
He's actually doing really well. He is highest up on last. Just look at that difference. He's got 50 for 17. Of course, you can kind of compare him to Sheever. Sheever is 31 for 6, so big difference there from those. Sheever has got last hit on a kill, though I have to say, as does WhA. But the difference is immense. Let's just take a look at the net worth, and we see it more back there, as we have got 3 heroes now in the mid lane. Also, 2 still here from WhA. They might try to go for something soon. They've got the telekinesis, they've got a smoke, and they've got a net, and there they go. Flame break for. Can I get a lasso? Need a lasso. Lasso. Shrek gets dodged. Can't get anything. TP gets cancelled actually. Was the TP from the Magnus. Doesn't have a reverse polarity anyway. In the meantime, top lane trouble. Omni Slash going through. TP in from Sheever. Is he gonna be able to get a kill? At least one. He needs to get it. The self helps out, and he doesn't get anything. And they both got so low. Windrunner at least lives though. In the meantime, mid lane tier 1 tower is gonna go down. Sorry, slightly distracted still by fixing the lag, but that should be fixed. So we'll stop talking about that until it happens again. Let's hope it doesn't though. But yeah, tower still drops. Stephstyle picking up the gold for that one, and Out of Tangoes, they're looking strong to force out a game number 3. So once again, it's game number 2. Oh, Bamboo troubles. Here comes a Sakura away. There's still going to be a lasso though, and there it is. You might not be able to attack anymore in the lasso, but there's the TP incoming that might help out with that. Reverse polarity still getting used. He needs to get away from this. Flame break will still help out, or try to help out. Here comes Windrunner. Needs to get a shackle off. I don't think she's going to be able to get a range for that one anymore. She was too late, and that's going to be it. And Bamboo will be safe. In the meantime, smoke off for Out of Tangoes is going towards the top lane. Gonna try to help out the well, that carry that there has rotated. So here we have indeed Sheever on his Juggernaut still. But there's nobody here anymore from WhA. We have got, of course, WhA. After that Omni Slash, had to go back to base. Actually picked up a Blink Dagger. It's gonna be back on the top lane, but not on full HP. That's pretty painful. If that's indeed gonna cost him a kill, Sentry Ward, they are gonna go for him. And he is dead. Denied. For sure. Freely picking up the kill. Now, I don't know if it actually mattered that she wasn't back on full HP yet, but it's always a bit of a shame. Then they will push the tower as well as the last tier 1 tower standing on the side of WhA. Out of Tangoes, they are making true to their strategy. As I said, around level 5, when Stephstyle's level 5, they want to try to push. And they want to continue going, and with that healing ward that's actually spec'd up to level 2, they will be able to do that. And they will be able to continue to have pressure up on WhA. Though having said that, when this guy reaches level 8, almost, he's also going to be very dangerous. I mean, he doesn't need that many items, he needs levels, and he gets the levels. He is fine with those levels. And of course the same thing goes for the Magnus. Now with the haste rune, he has got his reverse, when he has his reverse polarity, he is just super strong, and they don't really need that many items. If you see the team fight potential from WhA, one team fight can turn every team fight around, basically, because the team fight of Out of Tangoes is not quite there yet. And yes, there is a lot of burst damage, and it's always good when they have a hand of God when there is burst damage. But I think it's going to be too much burst damage to deal with, as we have got RMC actually being dropped off here, coming a bit too close in range of the 3 heroes that are still hanging around here for Out of Tangoes. Bat Rider is moving towards the middle lane, as Windrunner is trying to push out the bottom lane slightly, just giving a bit of counter push to make sure that everybody of WhA can be on the top lane to defend. And we actually have Out of Tangoes backing up now as well, as we might have a gank from Bamboo on the bottom lane. Level 6 versus level 8 Shockwave going through, that's a lot of damage. And that's running for you, Floxblocks. Running fast. There goes the salve. Needs to have it. Skewer misses! Shockwave still goes through, but there's no reverse polarity, no mana, no nothing. And there would have been mana, of course, with that regen room, but if that's Skewer, that should have hit. Otherwise, you can't get it. Skewer didn't hit, so no go. And TP's in towards the top lane. The reverse polarity is still there, and there's again 3 heroes here of Out of Tangoes. They need to fight this. They want to fight this. And they're gonna fight this. There's a blink from WhA. Slow is already up on Sheever. He still has a Blade Fury though. Melt damage going through. Still has the face boots, of course, as well. Gonna have a Skewer from Bamboo coming in there. Sheever, is he gonna be able to TP his way out of this one? Reverse polarity still hits. Cannot TP with that one. But the Blade Fury, look at the damage! He does have the Omni Slash. He kills off Bamboo. Still goes down after that one though. In the meantime, The Rubik still went down to the Disruptor as Jen's creep starting to pick up Goikfa, but that should be not possible anymore. And they're actually gonna try to kill them off. Looks like the Wildkin is gonna be able to get away from that one. Oh, or not. Reverse polarity in there. They really want that. And they get it too. But that's 2 heroes down there. I mean, they were 5 versus 3 and they were still able to pick off the Magnus with that. So that's quite impressive. Looks like we might see the first tier 1 tower dropping on the side of Out of Tangoes though. Edict gonna go through, but the fortification is there. And here comes the defense. And looks like the lag is back. Let me know how bad it is. In 2 minutes time I will check. At least I noticed that I have dropped some frames. It's not dropping any frames now, but some frames still. And that's not good. I wonder what's the cause of that. Everything seems to look so good. My internet speed. Everything. Awkward. Blink dagger now up on Saiso also. So looking good for Out of Tangoes as they haven't lost the tower just yet. We take a look at the gold graph real quick. We see it at 2k in favor of them. Dropped slightly down after, of course, that last fight in the top lane. Experience graph exactly even. And that's interesting. With 4 kills difference. 2 kills difference actually, sorry, because Rubik just died to the Disruptor on the middle lane. 2 kills difference and then experience entirely even, now slightly in favor of WhA. It just shows that Out of Tangoes, they've just rotated a lot for those tower kills, of course. And it might have actually cost them something. The advantage that they have in kills, experience-wise at least, is no longer there. But at least the gold difference is still there, and they're gonna try to go from last to blink in. Goikfa is gonna be taken down, or is he? No more refraction, and he is indeed down. Stepstyle picks up the kill. Clean, quick kill with the ward, of course, that stood just there a moment ago from Out of Tangoes. Able to pick up the non-suspecting Templar assassin, and they're gonna try to take a tower in return for that one. TP in on the bottom lane, Cedar. Just wanted to continue farming. In the meantime, the TP out from Bamboo towards the middle lane, and he wants to take this fight. Galim's back from Fluxblocks, and that's a nice wind run indeed. 4 seconds stun up on Frigolite though. Shockwave going through as well. Skewer as well. Hand of God trying to help him stay alive. Reverse polarity up on 2. Frigolite is probably gonna drop here, or is he not? 100 HP left. Another shockwave going through, and that is indeed Frigolite dropping to Bamboo as they're looking for more. 4 second stun upon the Bat Rider who drops. Staff style not gonna be able to escape this one. Goikfa picks up the kill, double kill for him. Fluxblocks, the one that it all started with, still alive, wants to go for a kill, gets a kill, gets a double kill at that. And at the side here also comes Cedar, who actually already used his Omni Slash. Triple kill still for Goikfa, and we're gonna see how these two are gonna go at each other. It looks like Goikfa just doesn't want to take this fight though. Or is he? Turns around, Meld, and he wants to go for it. Here comes Frigolite as well though. It gets a trap. Blink away from Goikfa should be enough to make sure that he gets away. 3-4-4. With Rubik still going down, of course, he just came back. But 3 heroes down on the side of WhA. 4 heroes, nah, 3. Was 3, wasn't it? Ah, confused. A lot of kills for a lot of kills. The main important thing is though, both of these teams are not going to get anything in return for it. No towers, no Roshan, nothing. Well, I guess Juggernaut got some free time on the bottom lane. Well, only for a while though. He has to run all the way back because his TP was on cooldown from TPing earlier. Oh, trap, Cedar, trouble, can still truly blade if he wants to. Gets a glimpse back though. Now he has to be careful. Gets a 4 second stun. That's the end of him. Dominating Goikfa right now as he is 6 for 2. He's got 1900 gold. Skewer away from for Bamboo to make sure he's not stuck on the middle lane. Blink in though from Goikfa. He does want to go. Gets the last 2 the moment he shows himself. And that's a buyback for the Juggernaut. Goikfa already down. TP in. Coming from Cedar. He wants to go for this. He does have an Omni Slash in 21 seconds. Needs to be alive until then. Needs to make sure the fight continues until then. Nice shackle up on Pimpalicious. That is gonna be the reverse polarity though. It's on 3. Healing ward being killed off there, as there's gonna be a flame break going through. Pimpalicious going down after landing a 2-second stun still, with Bamboo screwing himself away. Still gets a stack of sticky napalm, but I don't think that Out of Tangoes wants to go for that one anymore. No, they don't. They just want to take their reward. This time, they're gonna have a reward. This time, they're gonna have a tier 2 tower. First one that goes down on the side of Realization. And actually, the 4th tower to go down on the side of Realization is also the 4th tower to go down in the game, because still Out of Tangoes has not lost any towers yet. And they're also gonna get Roshan in return for this kill, unless Realization is gonna come in. Do they really want to give away the Roshan? Do they realize this is going on right now? They don't have a ward. The only ward they have on the map is this one right here. And of course they do realize that this is a good opportunity to try and take down a Roshan, and they do make their way towards this. Are they gonna be in time though? 1500 HP, 1k, 800. They're gonna go. Here comes the Bamboo though. Telekinesis first. Roshan drops. And the Aegis still on the floor. It is Juggernaut that picks it up. Bamboo drops. Atsi drops. And can they go for more? At the back, Leshrac goes down as well, as we see RMC being chased around. And he is actually gonna drop as well. That is 4 heroes down. That is 4 heroes down. And that's gonna be Koikfa being chased down by Cedar. The Omni Slash already on cooldown. Of course, with 4 for 2. For the Roshan, and Cedar still has his Aegis as well. Blink away from Koikfa will be able to be safe again due to his Blink Dagger. But that's another fight going the way of Out of Tangoes, and that is exactly how the fight started for Roshan to begin with. We actually have Cedar disconnecting, so we will have a short pause, as I'm hoping that is not going to be happening again. Let's hope it doesn't. As in, first time that the lag appeared was when the pause happened, so... Anyway. Yeah, I'm afraid to alt-tab. Let's not do that. Let's not do that indeed. We see the gold graph is going towards Out of Tangoes once again after these last couple of team fights. I mean, I've been saying, like, constantly that the team fight potential for Realization is immense. Reverse polarity, static storm, kinetic field, Leshrac stun, well, lightning if he has it. No, he doesn't. Okay. Leshrac stun over the reverse polarity. Leshrac stun after the split earth. After the chaos vault. It is insane. They have got so much. They just can't seem to get it together and can make it happen in a proper team fight. Either they can't get it together, or Out of Tangoes is mastered to try and avoid letting themselves get caught out in that situation. And that is just impressive.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We're gonna see them trying to take down another tier 2.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And it's not like Realization doesn't get kills. I mean, that's definitely not the case. But just the fact that Out of Tangoes gets something in return every time they kill something. And most of the times they kill something, Atsi being found, being lassoed, being killed off, and that's gonna be another kill going the way of Out of Tangoes. And Cedar picking up this one. The gold grab goes up further as they also pick down a tier 2. Here comes a TP out from the Bedrider towards the tier 1. They don't want to be losing their tower. As Koikfa tried to go for that. He's going to be found by Freely. Dust being popped. Telekinesis there as well. They want to go for him. There goes the drop down. Can they get him in time though? Edict being stolen by Freely. Look at that damage. Chen picking up the last hit with the Test of Faith. But wow, that's something. I mean, if you talk about Rubik, you talk about spells that he can't steal that are very nice in stealing. And of course we set the reverse polarity already. Chaos Bolt is a very nice spell to steal, as we see Chaos Knight actually in some trouble right now. Is being chased down by a Bedrider. Lands a 2-second stun, but here comes Freely. Telekinesis is there again. There's the Edict as well, and that's going to be another kill. You have the melt damage, which is actually really nice to have. Of course, with that minus armor there as well. This is actually the first tower to go down on the set of Out of Tangoes, with Deny coming off from the Bedrider. You have got the Glimpse. That's a very nice spell to steal. But I haven't mentioned the Leshrac yet on purpose, because there's no bad spells that you can take from the Leshrac. Maybe the Nova, but I mean, the Split Earth, if you pick it up, you're gonna have a better Split Earth than Leshrac himself, because you don't have the cast time delay. The Edict, it's of course a very strong spell just to push down towers, etc. But since they're up against a Templar Assassin, it's even more powerful, because Refraction is not gonna be an issue anymore. And even though they already had, of course, the fires from Bad Rider to take down the refraction, having that edict just makes it all the more better. And that's going to be also the tower probably going down, the last tier 2 tower. And that should be
The mysteries renew me.
yeah, should be the tower going down. They're not even going to try to defend it. They're going to try to take down the tower in return though, and they do so. WhA picking up the last hit for that one. Got 1600 gold. Has got one Minthra hammer. Might be going for a Desolator just to get some more damage up, because that's something they kind of lack. TP is going to come in. Tier 3 tower going to get a rest. That edict is really helping out. Well, not with the fortification, but look at that. That's already down to half HP. And here comes 4 second stun up on Bad Rider. It still goes down, or does he? Goes after helping out. Hand of God as well. And here comes Cedar. Nice shackle. Koifa, power shot. 2-3. And that's actually so much damage going through. Buyback on the Disruptor. Buyback on the Templar Assassin. The Shraxon only hits on the Chance Creeps. Shockwaves going through. 2 second stun landing on Flux. There is a Blink Dagger up on the Magnus, but he is just looking for the right opportunity. And the positioning of Out of Tangoes is just not allowing for a good reverse polarity. Blink in, lasso, Koifa, he just fought back. He cannot die again, and he will not. Nice relocate, nice glimpse rather, as we have Cedar in the midst of all of this again. Power shot going through again. Kinetic field, make sure nobody can chase. There comes another shockwave, still no reverse polarity. And there comes another blink in, wants to go for Koifa again. Just forcing him back. Here comes the skewer. Reverse polarity up on 2. And there's immediately a telekinesis though. Here comes Beanplease as well, getting stunned up. Look at that damage, and that is 2 down. Juggernaut and Bad Rider picking up 1. Ruby picking up the Templar Assassin, and the GG is cold. We as Asian lose game number 2 to Out of Tangoes rather. And that means that we are going to see a game number 3. These teams are very, very even in this game, or well, first game, of course, for we as Asians. Second game to Out of Tangoes, and they're gonna need a third game to decide which one is actually the winner. Of course, we know that in the Division 2, in the game that they actually played against each other, they actually had a draw. So we are right back at that point where they indeed had a draw, and we're gonna see which one of these teams is actually the one that's gonna be going towards Division 1 for GosuLeague Season 6. This is still Season 5. This is the tiebreaker. And this is going to be determined which one of these 2 teams is going to be joining teams like Navi, Empire, Mousesports. They're going to be there. Well, one of these teams is anyway. As we're waiting for the throne to explode before we actually know.
Middle tower is under attack.
Well, before we actually see the end screen so that I can switch overlays, etc. And that's just, I mean, we as Asian, they had that team fight potential. They just couldn't get it together. And that is one of the things why a lot of people say that's why you don't put Magnus on the side lane. It's that simple. And if you have got the side lane, if you have got a dual lane mid, and you're up against a solo lane mid, and you're gonna start off with giving your solo lane that's up versus dual lane a double kill, that's not gonna work out properly, as we just saw. Anyway, let's jump ourselves into game number 3. Stick around. Here we go.